mastermind thief with his team saves the city from destruction. By doing so, they don't forget their profession and wonder everyone with their clever mind. The movie takes place in Venice, at an auction house where many valuable things are about to be sold. That's why many wealthy people were dressed up and sitting here. Protagonist in the story, whose name was Cyrus, is shown here. He was very smart, and he and his friends had planned to steal again. This part tells us about Cyrus's team, where he was the leader. Then there was the pilot girl, Camilla, who was a skilled mechanic. There is Magnus, who could easily get access to a number of difficult locks. Another boy, Luke, was an engineer, and the boy, Mysan, was a hacker. A very old man, Denton, used to help them with their thefts as well. He had gone to the sale house with Cyrus at this point. There were cameras everywhere, and the cops were keeping an eye on them. And the name of the top officer is Abby. Cyrus was someone she knew a long time ago. They were now friends, but Abby set out to catch Cyrus on a mission when she learned how much he stole. He was smart, though, so he ran away. This time, though, Abby and her team were all set that she will catch Cyrus in the act as soon as he steals. The auction has begun. First, a very expensive picture was brought in, but it sells for 2 crores in the end. But Cyrus the thief and his friends, who already knew about it, that picture is stolen before it gets to the customer. On the black market, they sell it for the same amount of money, 2 crores. Then it was time for the most unique thing, which was called NFT. That's why the person who made it wore a mask. He didn't want anyone to know who he was. Now, this NFT creation has about 200 cameras set up to record video and do great work with editing it. The hacker worked here for 2 crores. She taps on a button and then pulls it up. All of the lights there go out as soon as this happens. Everything is a mess when the blast starts. Rich people were planning to run away, but Cyrus is doing his job here. Cyrus himself put in the 2.5 crore bid. So, he went to the person who made NFT. He tells him to come to his house, where NFT will also be taken and the money will be given. Abby, who was sitting on top, was now watching all of this. Abby and her team followed Cyrus and his team, who were running away from here. They are sitting on the speedboat to flee. They came in the middle of the sea to trick the cops. The cops got stuck behind the barriers they put up. From here, they have escaped easily. After the NFT sale, they get to their home and have a party there. Abby was still looking into things, so she carefully watched the video of the people who came to the sale. She saw the helper, Cyrus's partner, Denton, who was still there. That's why they have captured him. It was found that the NFT's price on the black market kept going up after the thieves stole it. But they needed the real owner to turn it on. That's why they also took that inventor hostage. Cyrus informs him that his NFT could be sold in the market for 2.5 crores. It will be sold on the black market for 8 crores now that it has been stolen. They won't sell it on the black market, but they will give him half of the money. This will be good for both of them. Don't stress out, throw a party. On the other hand, Denton, who helped Cyrus's team, was sitting in front of Abby and gave the wrong answers to all of the questions. Abby requests him to tell everything about his team. Then Denton discloses that his team is now in London. She has to go with him if she wants to catch them. That's why Abby and her co-workers go to the London police station. Here, she meets another officer who tells her he has secretly gotten information about Lars, the head of the biggest mafia, who has recently messed with the market shares. Since prices have gone up and down because of this, he has gained a lot. As a result, the dam's water can reach every part of the city, which caused a flood, houses to flood, and people to die. The market went through all of this because of this. Now Lars is going to do the same thing with another share. Lars and a big group of mafia members are also in it. This work will be done in 2 months. Lars is going to pay that gangster first. That won't be money, it's gold. Also, it won't be 1 or 2 kilograms, but 10 tons. Now, I need you to break the deal and stop paying them. The cop tells her they need someone who can think like a thief and catch thieves. Of course, we need a clever thief for this job. Cyrus is the perfect candidate for this job. Abby declines, saying she can't take help for a thief, but he is supposed to ask Cyrus for help. He will also be ready to help us. The officer then orders her that she needs to find a way to persuade him so that they can stop Lars. She can't decline, and she moves straight to Cyrus. They start blaming each other by casting a single glance at each other. To conclude, Cyrus inquires why she came in the end. She tells him everything the police officer told Abby. Then she tells him to take all that gold. Cyrus then tells his co-workers everything. Even though his co-workers were shocked, Cyrus can understand how hard this task is. But it needs to be done, because the whole city will be destroyed by the flood if those people are successful in their plan. Some innocent people will die. After that, everyone starts to wonder how Lars and the gang will carry out their plan. It was discovered that Lars' den is where all that gold will first be found. Later, an airplane will take it to its final location. That's why Cyrus and his team are now working on their own projects. How are they going to finish their mission? First, Mysan says that it will be easy to steal if they make a plane that looks just like the other one. But the question was where this kind of plane would come from. Cyrus knows because he met a rich boy at the auction house, someone whose job it is to buy and sell planes. He may have given us that plane. That's why everyone now goes to that plane dealer, who shows them the same mesmerizing plane. But they couldn't fly it because it had a lot of lead glasses inside. It was also very loud. That's the reason the buyer won't give up his plane. But Abby changes his mind by saying that she is a police officer. Having these planes is already against the law. Thus, he will go to jail if he refuses to give them. Now, he has no choice except to hand them over. The next tough task was to change the radar, which means they need to make a psi, which will send these kinds of messages. 2 planes will be taking off and landing from that point. That broadcast will only show 1 plane. There was a small problem, though. When these 2 planes fly up and down one after the other, then these 2 planes will show up on the radar for a while, which the people at the main office will be able to see. But Abby knows how to deal with this situation. Her friend, a police officer at the airport, he's sitting in the main office. He can deal with this mess. To act upon their thought, they met that police officer now. They update him, but this person has denied doing this, because theft is part of this. Cyrus plays with his greed. He offers him 10 lakhs for this task and the cop has agreed. After that, everyone on the team gets to work, and these people begin to change this plane. They color it to look like a different plane. The psi machine is then made that will change the messages, but it looked like it was pretty big. It was really a bomb. In order to explain, Abby tells the hacker to make a lot of little psi machine parts. It will be easy to do the work. The hacker has agreed, and she works very hard to make different parts of the psi machine. After that, their last day finally comes, where everyone gets ready at their own pace. The business class ticket was cut in half. Lars's business had 2 goons, and there were 3 in economy class. The least amount of gold was 10 tons. After that, everyone on the team gets ready to steal. All of the cans were broken into by Mysan. Also, Magnus has set up his psi machine in the bathroom. Someone on their team was scared. He didn't come with them because of this. After that, Abby thinks about her task. She goes to the bathroom in business class. The second psi machine is being set up by her. The machine then breaks when it falls over from the shock. It made Abby very scared, because she had to fix this machine and put it here in some way. But now, the thugs also wanted to use the bathroom. Also, if they see this, then their plan will not work out. But Cyrus came at the right time. Now they're both together, hook up the machine and put it in place. Meanwhile, Camilla flies her plane while they are busy with their job, and brings that big plane down. She also waits for the psi to be turned on, so that both planes' radars pick up the same signal. That's why the signs from the 2 planes were being picked up by the headquarters radar right now. Seeing as how the airport officer's coworker says that they should let those above know about this. A coworker of Abby's says that this will only be a small problem. Soon enough, everything will be fine. He started using words that made no sense to her. While the psi is turned on, the captain links his plane to the other one. That's why there is only 1 plane visible on the radar right now. It's now fixed. On the other hand, the Magnus has now reached his target, where the safe made of gold was. He places his high-tech gadget on the safe, and tries to open the lock. But while that was going on, the bad guys became suspicious. That's why they start to look for their gold. As soon as Cyrus finds out about it, he starts to stop them. Because of this, those crooks start fighting with Lars's goons. They begin to fight very badly. They fought in an airplane that was moving. The pilot now feels like something is wrong with the plane because of the shock. That's why he tells headquarters right away. Then, another cop who works with Abby tells her that the weather is bad. That's why they need to land close by. The pilot then pays attention and starts to land the plane. The plane could not land here because it was too small. He does manage to land the plane at that small airport. That's why Cyrus's pilot lands the plane there too. Lars also learned that someone has taken over his plane. So, Lars tells his coworkers that the person who stopped his gold from getting to him should get rid of them or bring them to him. Just then, Magnus tells Cyrus he's sorry, because he had broken the lock just in time, but he couldn't take the gold. The thugs and their gang boss Lars will now have this gold. They are going to make their risky move. That's why they start going to Lars with the gold and the bad guys. They are following their guide around the plane. On the other hand, a gangster has arrived to meet with Lars. As soon as the deal is done, the city should flood. Both of them profit from the market shares going up. But the gangster also found out that the plan was taken over. But Lars tells her that my goons are in charge of things now. so she shouldn't be worried. Besides, the fight on the plane was still going on. All the parts of the PCS were broken because of this. Both planes can now be seen on the office's radar. After following the plane, the government sends fighter jets behind it to attack. But this time, Cyrus and the pilot are ready to deal with this. They write on the plane while it's upside down that there are people inside, so don't attack. For now, those fighter planes don't attack them, but start to follow. Then this plane comes down at Lars's home. Those things start moving forward and destroy the house. Besides that, the plane broke through the security wall and began to go inside. This makes all the gold fall out right away. Gangster get mad at this and decided to break the deal. Also, she is not going to leave the gold. But Lars, who was in wrath, shoots her and kills her. The cops who were following them now came here too. They are on all four sides of them. As soon as Lars started to clear his reputation, he says this is his house. These thieves came here to get that gang woman. Also, they killed the criminal woman. That's why they can take them from here. But Cyrus smartly exposed him. He gives the cops the recording of the plane's lead glass and NFT creation. In this video, he has killed the gangster, and their goal was to destroy the whole city. That's why Lars was caught by cops. Abby and London's officer were also part of this task, whose goal was it to stop this deal. So, because this worked out really well, all of that gold is taken by the cops. Abby is added to Cyrus's team. It was found here that Abby was a kid. A picture really admires to her. Cyrus now thinks about giving her as a gift, in order for Abby to be impressed by him. Then the most important thing here comes to light. In fact, Magnus took all the gold that was there. He put fake gold there instead of real gold. The gold that the police seized were just iron blocks that looked like gold, as the real gold fell from the sky at that moment, and these people sent it to where it belonged. Again, these thieves have done a great job with their foolproof plan. After that, these people get their gold. They celebrate this huge accomplishment by giving each other a hug. Don't forget to like and subscribe to their channel.